Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? GIGeoGamer here, and today we are back with a brand new video. Today, guys, we are going to be playing some Starcraft II. It's a Zerg versus Terran. What's going on? Guys. My alt button was like glitched down. That was weird. That just ruined my intro. Guys, what is going on? GIGeoGamer here, and today we are back with another Zerg versus Terran Starcraft II content. And today, in the bottom right, it is the blue Zerg, the one and only, that's me, a GIGeoGamer. And in the top left, the red Terran, making SCVs like a madman. It is Lizard Heart. And guys, today going to be hopefully a bit of an interesting game. Terran making a factory, making a reactor on the barracks. Generally means some Hellion play is going to be involved. We'll go ahead and see. It is indeed. I said LOL. I was whispering somebody. It was an accident. The double Hellions are being produced. But the Zerg in the bottom right already has a roach warren up really early and has a couple roaches on the way. The Hellions move out across the map. There will be 2 roaches here to defend when it hits, as well as 6 lings. Another roach, another 2 roaches on the way. Alright. Hellions a little bit damaged. 1 down to half health. 2 more Hellions are moving to reinforce. Another 2 Hellions also being produced. And Zerg has just gone ahead and scouted the starport as well. Queens have popped. Creep being spread by the Zerg. That's enough energy to inject. There you go. And Zerg going ahead and moving out just a little bit. Is this sped up? I did not mean to have that sped up, y'all. Hellions running into the main base. Will he get any drones? It looks like he got 1 worker killed, but has lost 8 Hellions. And that's a little bit expensive. Now this Raven moves out right into the line of sight of these overlords. I believe I did go ahead and see this. I'm just droning up right now. I have a pretty good army. I realize I need to get ahead in workers now, because if you look at the worker count, I'm actually tied and he's about to have the lead. Tough deal. Spores do go down to defend this Raven. More roaches coming in. A lair has just completed. Second gas is inbound. And these roaches are moving out across the map. He drops an auto turret. Goes ahead and snipes 3 of the drones that were all on gas. Zerg continues to drone up. Roaches move into the main base. There is 2 cyclones. Another 2 are almost here. Oh, he could get a lot of damage done here. How many workers will go down? Zerg has taken the lead on workers killed. 4 cyclones and a banshee. Banshees do shut down roach pushes pretty well. A Viking now inbound. Supply depot does get sniped down. Geo, don't do it. Be careful. No, cyclones are so good versus roaches. The cyclone micro loses almost all of his army with a sad, measly 6 roaches left, and the Banshee is in pursuit. He does have more roaches back home, as well as a Ravager. Terran floating a lot of minerals, going ahead, just, has his natural. He's got to refill that. I don't know why he doesn't have anything being produced right now. There he goes. There he goes. Spend them resources, buddy. Zerg has now saturated the minerals of his main and natural, and is now taking his 3rd base. This Raven still sitting here. He has enough energy. He's flying back in. He drops another auto turret, which targets the Queen. Zerg a little bit slow to react. Does back off the Queen and save it. Auto turret focusing the Overlord. New mistake. And the supplies are now 38 to 25 in workers. That's pretty bad for the Terran. That drone, or that SCV attack really did a lot. Viking moving out. Maybe just hunting some overlords. Guys, if my hair is a mess, I'm sorry. What is it doing back here? I was just swimming earlier today, and I wore a hat backwards, and it's kind of a mess. But anyway, back to the game at hand. Terran making SCVs as quickly as he can, but Hydra production now coming in for the Zerg, still droning up. The Overlord speed now happening as well. And if we just go ahead and have a look at the upgrades here, none have actually been completed, believe it or not. I did go ahead and skip laying speed so I could make extra roaches. Alright, here we go. We have the roach upgrade and the Hydra upgrade coming in. Workers killed, still in favor of the Zerg. That Terran not really getting much done with this Raven, unfortunately for him. This Banshee does go ahead and head down. He has no idea about the 3rd and 4th base of the Zerg. Overlords are getting sniped, and the Zerg has a couple Hydras. He's going to go ahead and move out, maybe bait these Overlords, bait the Viking rather, into the Hydras. Will it work? Let's go ahead and see. Alright, we lose one Overlord, he focuses another, and he's watching it and does go ahead and micro way. But guys, 1700 minerals. Zerg spending his resources way better than this Terran. Unfortunately for him. He's making more Hellions. He's got Thor production inbound. Aspire on the way for the Zerg, now halfway to completion. Infestation pit down. A hive is now morphing. He's making more Hydras, getting +1 attack, +1 armor, making more Overseers. So much happening right now. Army supply in favor of Terran, but only by 5. 20 workers ahead. Is the Zerg player currently 55 to 37 now, actually. The first tank now being made. Again, 4 Hellions on the way, as well as all of these Firebats already made. This army will be able to clean up this army if the Zerg is not careful. Sends a Hellion out to scout, maybe. Leaves his Viking in the middle of the map, which is interesting. The Zerg is now starting to produce an army. Alright, Viking sees the Overseers heading back. Probably would assume. Again, this Banshee sitting here. This Raven sitting here. Raven now taking a lot of damage. I think that Queen and Hydra really did put in work. And the army is now leaning heavily in favor of the Zerg. It just keeps coming and coming. Corruptor's on the way for the Zerg player. Maybe going to go ahead and switch into Broodlords. And honestly, if that does happen, he needs more Vikings and Thors. He's just making Hellions in a couple Cyclones, but mostly Hellions right now. He just doesn't have the gas for... He needs to have these gases. He doesn't have the gas for the Cyclone. Zerg going in, maybe moving in. Oh, a few Hellions do go down. He sees a tank, backs off immediately. More Hydras are en route. Infestor upgrade is now coming in. Terran goes ahead and scans the Zerg base. Sends out all of his Hellions in Hellion form. Oh no, my bad. He actually scanned my army. The entire Hellion, force is moving out. Why? Zerg has to be careful. He has nothing to defend this back home. But the Zerg's army is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. More drones coming in for the Zerg player. Should see these Hellions on creep. Immediately pulls the army back. Starts making as much army as he can right here. Hydra gets melted. Blue Flame is, of course, made for these Hellions. Queen doing her best to defend. Oh no, the Infestors! The Infestors, you have Burrow! You have Burrow! Unfortunately, both do go down. Now, the army is almost here. Let's go ahead and look at workers killed. 12, 14, 15, 18. Not bad, alright? He killed 6 workers. But he lost his entire Hellion force. That is not what you want to happen as a Terran player. He just got destroyed. What's he going to do now? He does have 3 tanks. He's making Vikings. He's seen the Corruptors. Probably anticipates Broods. But still, 5 more Hellions in production. As a Terran, you do not want this many Hellions late game versus Roaches. You don't. You want tanks. Tanks after tanks after tanks after tanks. Corruptors do fly over, taking some pretty heavy damage, but also giving the Zerg that scouting. Sees, oh, crap, he has a lot of Vikings. Makes another round of drones. +2/+2 armor is on the way. Oh, I didn't have Burrow yet. Burrow now starting. +1 attack for the air. Now inbound. Creep still slowly being spread. Wasn't focusing on it too much this game, but it was a little bit. Raven finally goes down. Does Terran still have this Banshee? Alright, Banshee did get sniped at some point as well. I believe he might have flown it in here. More roaches and more infestors being brought in. The infestors, of course, do have their upgrade. He does go ahead and scan here. I see it from the creep. And somehow both these queens survive. I really didn't think they did. Later on in this game, I actually had to double check. But they did actually survive, believe it or not. And so these Hellions are getting cornered. I really didn't know the map too well. It's like, what the heck? They're trapped in here. So now Zerg's army is caught out of position. He's making roaches as well, trying to hold this back. The infestor could get a clutch bile. Unfortunately, it does not. A clutch fungal, rather. This infestor needs to be careful. This one does go ahead and chuck a fungal. That will get 4 Hellions down. The Hellions go into the main base of the Zerg. This queen does go ahead and focus down the weak one. The drones are pulled. Roaches and Hydras coming in from both angles, and he gets destroyed. 5 Hellions, rather, my bad, in production for the Terran. But why? Why? I don't understand this. Greater Spire being morphed in for the Zerg right here, as well as the second Spire being thrown down, probably for upgrades. 20 worker advantage still for the Zerg, and the mineral income is pretty much tied. However, if you go ahead and look at this gas production, 300 to 1200. That's not a good position for the Terran to be in, especially with a mech-based army. That is not good for him at all. He does go ahead and scan right here. Sees my army is still back home. Sees that this base is saturated. Has he seen... Alright, he did see the Greater Spire being morphed. He does have quite a few Vikings right now. He's finally making Cyclones, but still 3 Hellions inbound. Did he finally take these gases? He did. He's finally realizing, I gotta take these gases. But is it too late for our friend Lizard Heart? Zerg is on 200 supply. 6 Broodlords being morphed in right here. A few Corruptors for anti-air as well as the Hydra support. A lot of Overlords over here giving vision. Too many. However, it still is alright. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base of the Zerg now saturated. Terran trying to take a 4th base. But the Zerg... Broodlords are morphed. He's moving out. The Terran just got a clutch scan though. But 5 Hellions! 5 freaking Hellions. Zerg can remax easy in this game. Terran can't. Terran isn't even maxed yet. +1 armor for air inbound. +2 attack inbound. And so we have a few Vikings. Oh, very few tanks. So these Broodlords, their only worry, another really good scan. These Broodlords do go ahead and snipe down some Cyclones, as well as the friendly fire taking out some Cyclones as well. They're gonna engage, The Broods take out some Cyclones, then focus on, ooh, a clutch fungal. The Broods are now focused on the Hellbats. They're gonna go ahead and focus the tanks. Corruptors sniping down these Vikings as well as they can. Thor's in the background still putting out damage, but the Hydras are going to be able to kill the remaining Vikings, which means that these Broods can take down these Thors easily. They don't have to worry about anything. Look at the damage output of these these Broodlings rather. And the supply is now 140 to 60. The Terran was so far behind this entire game, unfortunately for him. Made Hellions the whole game, a huge mistake on his part. Now he has too much gas and not enough minerals. He pulls his SCVs up to his 4th base right here. Zerg pushes in with this little army, knowing the Terran has nothing. Again, 10 roaches, 4 Corruptors inbound. He has no hope. He has nothing that will to hit these Broodlords except for Cyclones, and he's just not making Cyclones. The Roach reinforcements have arrived. Another round of Roaches, more Corruptors being made. He has the gas, he has the minerals. He can go ahead and just make easy Broodlords. Again, making a bunch of Corruptors, morphing in some more Broodlords right here. Lizard Heart, the Terran, calls GG. What a game. What a game. Broodlords, good unit. Good unit. Especially versus Terran Mech. Honestly, I was really happy after this game. I really was excited to make a video on it. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe down below. Check out Starcraft II, guys. It really is a good game. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, I will definitely catch you in the next one. Goodbye. I gotta get a drink.